It looks like we're live. My name is Manny Wolf, and today, as you can see, I'm your personal brand guru. Not really. In case somehow this is your first time seeing me, I am not a guru of any kind. What I am is a guy who works very hard to articulate true, useful, and high utility things for you that will help you grow your business. One of the things you definitely need to grow any kind of service business, and I define service businesses as coaches, experts, offer creators, course creators, and then more typical services as well. But mostly those are most of the people I work with. And you've got to have your mind focused on your personal brand. Quickly, let me tell you why. You will be compared on features and prices by everyone without a personal brand that cuts through the noise and singles you out as being different. If you're not different in the minds of your prospects, you'll be price shopped, feature shopped, and you don't want to go there because there's always someone who can beat you to the bottom. Okay, we understand that together. Let's talk a little bit about the superficial level of your personal brand, and then let's talk about the foundation that has to sit on in order to have any kind of meaningful success. So at the superficial level, your personal brand is just what people say, think, and feel about you behind your back. It's literally crafting your own legend, right? Now, sure, okay, that's easy to do again on a superficial level, but on a deeper level, there's a lot of psychology that has to be considered. If you want your brand to really have punch, if you really want to be more than just, I don't know, some flash in the pan or something, you've got to understand first, on the deepest level you can, the issues going on in the minds of your prospects. Now, obviously, you've heard that a million times. I'd be willing to bet, though, that you don't really understand what it means or how to do it. So getting deep into the psychology of what motivates the people you're trying to appeal to is it's crucial. It's make or break, really. And so how do we do that? Well, we start with, again, the superficial level, which is, what are their pains? What are their objections to hiring you? What are their aspirations? What are their desires? What are their struggles and challenges? And most people can't even answer those questions. You've got to be able to. You've got to answer those questions. But then you got to take that deeper. So for instance, if I say to you, what's one of the big pains that your target audience has? You might be a coach or a service provider or a course creator of some kind, and you might say to me, they want to drop 20 pounds by summer. Or you might say to me, they need more leads. Or you might say to me, they've got energetic blocks they don't know how to move through, or whatever it is, right? Well, that's a good starting point. But what you've got to get into is, what are the reasons for those objections? And when you get down to the level of the reasons kind of like they vibrate outward in feelings. And what I mean by that is, if I'm the person who needs to lose 20 pounds by summer, that's my goal. My reasoning behind that is going to be so I look and feel better. And that's where most people stop, look and feel better, right? To get deeper into it, you need to know things like, when I was a 20-year-old, was I fit and sexy and now I've let myself go? Or was I, like in my case, I was pencil thin as a kid and I was crazy insecure about it, right? You don't just need to know that insecurity. You need to know the ways that it affected me. And that, my friends, is where you start getting into the deeper pillars of a personal brand. Because once you know the ways that being the skinny kid affected me, and here's how it affected me. I wouldn't wear shorts in the summer, right? I would always wear pants. I would wear, I even went personally through a period in my life where I wore sweats under my pants just to try to look a little less skinny. See, this is the level you need to know your prospects on. So wearing two pairs of pants, being hot all the time. Like these were real effects in my life. They might not seem important to you, but to me, they were very important. And so if somebody said to me, I can help you gain 20 pounds by summer, I'd go, okay, that's cool. If somebody came to me and said, not only can I help you gain 20 pounds by summer, but I can get your body looking so good, you can't wait to wear shorts when it's hot enough and show off your strong, sexy legs or something like that. Do you get how that would be speaking more to me? Because once you get down to that level of sort of internal reality of your prospects, you can then start to add that language into everything that you say. And now suddenly you become the person that they feel like, how could they possibly know me that well? And then once you get to that point where your prospects are looking at you and saying, how could he or she possibly know me that well? You're now down into the pillars, the deep psychological pillars of a personal brand. And guess what happens? Have you guessed? I'll tell you. You go from being another commoditized service provider, AKA someone they're comparing on prices and features, to literally a category of one, because you spoke their language. You spoke to their issues. You tapped into their insecurities. You showed them what's possible, all in language that is very personal to them, very intimate, very important to them. That, my friends, is how you really conceive of a powerful personal brand. Like everything else, you've got to know what's going on in the minds of the people that you're trying to reach. And when you do, you will see your business life and just your life in general will open like an oyster. And so if I had to wrap this all up in a bow for you, I would say don't stop at objections and pain points and things like that, but go deeper. Once you get the objection, ask why. Once you get to the why, ask what happens. Keep going down that rabbit hole, and at a certain point, you hit bedrock. And I told you I'd tie this up in a nice bow. When you hit that bedrock, that's when you know you can start setting up your foundations, your pillars. You got to build them on bedrock or else they won't last, right? Hope that's been helpful for you, because I promise you that's worth $1 million. See you in the next one.